This week, the Senate released and passed its long-awaited budget. It is unlikely that the House will completely agree with the Senate's budget, so both chambers will go into conference committee. This is a process in which representatives from both chambers are selected and they go into negotiations with the hope of agreeing on compromise language for the state's budget. But y'all, that wasn't the only newsmaker this week. We also saw both chambers vote to override Governor Cooper's veto of Senate Bill 20, Care for Women, Children, and Families Act. So let's dive in. Senate Bill 20, Care for Women, Children, and Families Act, is a 46-page bill that passed the North Carolina General Assembly earlier this month and was vetoed by Governor Cooper Saturday, May 13th, resulting in a veto override vote in both the House and Senate Tuesday, May 16th. Governor Cooper's veto was ultimately overturned, and the bill will now become law. As a refresher, here are some notable line items within the bill. Prohibiting abortion after the 12th week of pregnancy. If the pregnancy is a result of rape or incest, an abortion is prohibited after 20 weeks of pregnancy. An abortion is permissible until 24 weeks if there are life-limiting fetal anomalies. There's also some line items in here, including $3.5 million in recurring funding each year of the biennium for LARC, or long-acting reversible contraceptives. There's also increased Medicaid rates to at least 71% of the maternal bundle payments for pregnancy care. Increased scope of practice for certified nurse midwives. $10 million recurring funding for state employees to receive 8 weeks of paid parental leave after giving birth, or 4 weeks of paid leave for paternity care. Safe surrender of infants, specifically addressing the confidentiality, immunity, and duties of those in temporary custody of the infant. Reimbursements for participation in unlicensed kinship foster care. Gradual increases in child care subsidy market reimbursement rates for 3, 4, and 5-star centers and homes. And that will increase to the 2018 level and eventually the 2021 rate. And then $32 million in recurring funds for the 2023-2024 and $43 million in recurring funding in 2024 and 2025 to implement subsidy rate reimbursement increases for early childhood education. So we also saw some movement on House Bill 862 this week, strengthening child fatality prevention system. This bipartisan legislation will create a state office of child fatality prevention, allowing North Carolina to become the 48th state to participate in a national electronic data system. This state office will streamline data and avoid duplicative reviews and reports in both local and state offices. The bill received a favorable report in the House Health Committee Tuesday, May 16th, and is now headed to the House Rules Committee. All right, y'all. It was a busy week, but remember, you can check our live bill tracker anytime to get updates on these and many other bills we're monitoring. It's on our website, and it will be linked in the legislative update email. Thank you so much for all that you do for North Carolina family and kids. And y'all know it. As always, make it a great one, y'all.